This is the production planning and execution case study. The first step in the exercise is talking about change material master record. In order to do so, we have to go to logistics and then to production, master data, material master, and then material and change. We need an immediate change, so we'll go for immediately, not scheduled, like for example we need it after a week or something. No, we need it immediately, so that's why we picked the change immediately. So in the material master field, we have to find the product that we are searching for, or the materials that we need. For our case here, we're talking about the red deluxe touring bike. So if you don't know the material number, we have to find it manually from here. So in order to do so, we have to press this window, and then we go material by material type. Yeah, this is the one. Then here material type, because this is a finished good, we'll try to find it here from this list, which is here, FERT, which represents the finished product. Okay, and then we have to find here in the material field, what you insert is your particular material that pertains to your account. So we will say that it ends with your GPI number, which is your username, and then you hit enter. These are the materials under your record. So here, for the purpose of the exercise, we'll go for the Red Deluxe Touring Bike. Here is it. So it's the XTR 3106. This is the one. And then we press click. Okay. Here we'll try to find the MRP3 and forecast. Here is forecasting and MRP3, and then you simply hit enter. Okay, so for the plant, where are these materials? These are available on or in DL00, which represents the plant of Dallas. So you double click on it, and then what is the storage location? It's of course the finished good under DL00, because all of these are another plants, but we are talking about the storage location under this specific plant, which is DL00. So we click in here. Okay, and then you continue by pressing enter. So this is the description or the MRP3 view of the material. What does this view have? This has the material number as it's here, the description, at which plant, and what is the period indicator. This is for the forecast requirement, the strategy group, and so forth. So here we have to enter the strategy group of 40, which is here, which stands for planning with final assembly. Here is it, pre-planning with assembly. So this is in the correct order, with the correct amount. The consumption mode is 1, which refers to backward consumption only. What are the other choice? We have backward and or forward. Forward consumption only, forward backward consumption. So we'll go for the backward consumption only. Okay, here is it, 1. And then for the BWD consumption, this is 30, the backward consumption per 30. Okay, here everything is correct. So we go click on here, that will go or will get you to the next tab, which is the forecasting tab. This is the second tab that we selected in the previous step, if you remember. So on the forecasting tab, we need to set out certain numbers like the initializing PDS, which is here. Okay, here is it. The number of periods required. This is historical period, forecast period, initializing periods, and fixed periods. Or for the periods, we will put 12. How many periods we need? It's only 12. And then we uncheck the reset automatically. And this is already unchecked for us. Then for this one, we have to check it and we have to select the optimization level as F, which is already done for us. F stands for fine, not the middle range, not the rough, no, it's only for the fine one. The alpha factor should be zero point 0.2, which is correct. Beta factor should be zero point 0.1, gamma factor zero point 0.3, and delta factor is 0.3. Then we have to move on to the next step, which is you have to click on save. For here, we come and click save to save this window. Okay, this is for the red bike only. No changes has been made because I already did that one time before. So here in the exercise we have to repeat the same procedures for the red deluxe touring silver bike and for the black bike. So again, to find it you have to go to the search material by material. Here what we have to select is the finished product, FERT if you remember, and the products that we are searching for should be ending with your GPI number like here. We finished for the red one, you have to do it for the black and for the silver. Let us do the silver one and we click OK. Which views we want? We use the MRP3 and the forecasting only and we press enter. What are these products or material? These specific materials are at the same location of the previous ones, which are located in plant of Dallas. The storage location is the storage location of the plant of Dallas. And we press enter. This is the view again of the MRP3. Will not be changing anything here because I already did it. But for you guys, you have to redo it if this is your first time doing this case study. So if you did not change anything here, just press save and no changes save made. Of course, if you pressed enter in the previous window, that will get you to the forecasting. If you want to repeat it again, MRP3 forecasting, enter at which plant of Dallas, storage location of plant of Dallas, and you select enter, edit whatever you want to edit here, and then you go with this one. That's the forecasting tab. Will not be changing anything for me, but for you guys you have to change these factors. If anything is required to be done here, you have to do it, and then you press save. Of course I don't have anything to be saved, but I'm just telling you for you guys. So we'll be doing it for the three touring bikes, red, black and silver. And this, what we are doing here is we try to check or change the material master record. What did we change? We changed several things like the alpha factor, gamma, beta, and delta. These are for the control data. We changed the number of periods required. We made it to 12 periods. Historical periods we did not we did not do anything here, but we only changed the control and the initializing periods of the material master record. Now to go to the following step, which is basically the step number 2, which is the change of routing. In this step, what we are trying to do is to allocate the specific materials into specific production. Or as we will see later, I will tell you guys when we reach it how we will be allocating these things. So in order to do so, we have to go back from to have to exit from this window. Uh, when you double press on a specific folder, it closes or it collapses, and when you reopen it, it reopened only the subfolders, not the sub of the subfolders, which gives you better view of the folders if you don't know, or if you are not sure, or if you don't want to be, feeling that you're lost. So again, you go for the logistics and you hit production, and then for the master data and routing, so because we need to change the routing, right? Isn't that correct? And then routings again one more time, standard routing, and then change. We need to change the routing. Here we have to enter the material number. We'll take the red deluxe touring bike here, which is, if you don't know, again, you go to search material by material. This is a finished good. It should be ending with 106, and you hit enter. Here is it, the red one. Will be working on the red one for this step, which is step number 2. Okay. And then for the plant field, guess what? It's the same plant, isn't it correct? Where did we find it? In DL00, which is Dallas plant, right? Yeah, so we double click on it. And then you have to make sure that the group number is left blank. And then what you have to do is to click enter. These are the materials that are needed, or you see, let me expand these things for you guys. This is the work center, this is the plant, and this is stands for assembly, which is the control key. You have here material stacking, attach seat to frame, attach handlebar assembly, and so forth. Okay, and this is the base quantities of each of these that are needed, and this is the work center for each of them. Okay, now what we want to do is to allocate, right? So we go to comp allocation, and then here they are. This is the components that are needed to produce Red Deluxe touring bike. Okay, so once you have selected the touring red frame, where is it? Can you see? This stands for TRFR. TRFR3, which is that one, right? And the TRSK. TRSK. Here is it. Remember that always the ending 3 numbers is your GPI username. This is to distinguish between you as a students that which materials pertain to which user. So anything that ends with your username, this is under your name, under your account. And then we will be assigning them, so we'll be choosing new assignment. Great. Yeah. After you choose this, you will have the new assignment screen. In the operation field, we'll be entering 00 to 0. Remember, this is the number of the operation that will be different from different parts. If you take a look here, this is the operation, or this is where these 2 items will be assigned for. So these 2 items will be assigned operation number 20. And then we click enter. Okay. Multiple allocations are not allowed in the stand record on parallel requisition. Why we have this error? Because I have already assigned all of these materials before, because this is my second time doing the exercise. So here you have, for every and each single component, you have to assign it to a specific operation. Yeah. Okay, how? Every time you choose the different materials that you need to allocate, and then you click new assignment. This will be blank. if this is your first time doing the exercise, when you open this window, the routing change material component overview, you will have these as empty blanks. You will not find anything here. Whenever you press on the materials that you want to allocate and choose new assignment, and you enter for here, you enter the operation number and you click enter, that will be automatically reflected here. And then you are asked to do assignment for all of these materials. Like for the TRHB1 Turing handling bar, this is operation number 30. For the Turing aluminum wheel assembly, okay, which is TRWA, this is 40, and 40 for the derailleur gear assembly, and so forth. So basically you will be allocating different materials as shown here on the screen, different operation number that reflects which operation is for which material. And then you simply, after you are done with all of these assigning, you would press save, and then you will go backwards. You exit this and you are done with the second step. Now step number 3 is displaying the product group, which is basically you need to display the products that you have as we'll be doing. Let me show you how this to be done. You go to logistics again, you go to production, you go to SOP, and then product group, and then display. In the display product group initial screen, which is this screen, in the product group, select the group of your touring bikes. How do I find it? I go here, and then in the material description, here, material description, here, yeah, you enter your GBI number and store next to it, and then you press enter. These are the products under your GBI username. You have bicycles. These are the ending products that the company is offering to the end user, which are to the customer, right? So these are the different categories of products that you have. But what we are dealing with is what we're dealing with only the deluxe touring bicycle. Isn't that correct? That's what we were working right on. Is that correct? So we double click on it. What's the plant? Guess what? It's the same plant that we were working on, so that will not be changed. If the plant field was empty or was blank, you have to select it, or just to type it down, which is DL00, and then you hit enter. What we have here is the 3 products that is under this category of products. What is the category that we are talking about? The product group of the deluxe touring bicycle. How many bicycles under the deluxe touring bicycles? 3. We have deluxe touring bike, we have deluxe touring bike for the black, silver, and red, and each of these has different number, right? This is the XTR 1. 1 stands for the color black, 2 stands for the color of silver, 3 stands for the color of red. Okay, and remember that FERT stands for finished goods. So these are the finished goods that are offered under the group of the deluxe touring bicycle. Okay, now what we can see here, that this group is defines the proportion, okay, that composes the group from these 3 different finished goods. So the black deluxe touring bike uh, had 40% of the group, the silver 30%, the red is 30% as well. So if you added them, all of them, that obviously should gives us 100%. What is the 100%? 100% is the total number of the items or the total number of the finished goods that are under the uh, this particular group, which is the deluxe touring bike. Now let us exit this view and go forward to step number 4, which is creating the sales and operations plan. Now we checked what we have done so far is we changed the material master record, we changed the routing, and we checked the display of the product group. Now we have to create sales and operations plan. So how to do so? We go to logistics, we go to production, and we go to SAP as well. We go to planning because we want to plan, and for product group as a whole, and we click on change. What we are trying to do here, the XTR106. Remember that in the previous view you had DXTR and then 1, 106, 2, 106, 3, 106. The 1 stands for what? Stands for the color. But here we are focusing on the product group, not the single item under the product group. So we'll not be putting any number that indicates the color. Instead, we'll be putting product group DXTR that's in use for the username 106. Under which plant is that? Under which Dallas plant, which is DL00. Then we select the active version and then record the version number that you have here. This is really important. Anyway, it will be A00, but just in case, okay? Now, in order to create this, which you don't have yet, we go to edit and we need to create sales plan, okay? And you click on forecast because this, based on this forecast, will be producing the items so that we can sell them, right? Based on the forecast. Yeah. Okay. So here, what you have to do is this select period intervals, which is the one that's already selected by default. You put the current period, which is the current month, and the current year, to 1 year from now. Usually, you put it for a year. A year should be ending by when? By October 2017. That one should be like this. 10 2017, right? Okay, for the historical data, you just put it as it is. It's from like the 11th of 2000. It doesn't matter actually, but do it as per the exercise to select like a recent date or something. Okay, and you have to select the auto mode, like the automatic model selection or the auto mode selection that will give you this, and you click OK for casting. Okay, it seems like we have an error here. Yeah, let me change these 2010. Yeah, because we do not have that old data, to maybe like let me change this to 03 14. Yeah, like forecast. Yeah, trend and season forecast. Here's it. So this is your forecasting. Okay, this is the original and this is the No forecast error message exists. That's obvious. And then you click that one to copy and save. I did it already, so I'll not be doing it again. So I'll just exiting it. Okay. You should be having this view in the front of you, but without the production one because we did not yet produce anything. Okay. So and then at the targets, at the targets, they supply. We need to enter 5 for the all of the 12 periods. From where did we get the 12 periods? Remember that when we entered in the previous step, we entered the initialization periods equal 12 periods. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the 12, if you remembered. Okay. And then what we are going to do here is to create production plan from edit, create production plan, synchronize to sales. So if you press this one, that will equal the sales and the production. But I'll not go through it again because I did it already. I don't want to save it. I don't want to save anything here. And that will equal, okay, the sales with the production. And then later you will be having the stock level, but we'll be talking about that later. After you press copy and save in the previous window, you click save and you exit that window. Now going to the fifth step, which is transfer the SOP, which is the sales operations plan, to demand management. What we are going to do here, again you go back, you go to logistics, production, SOP, disaggregation, transfer, PG to demand management. This is the step that we are trying to do. And you enter your product group, the plant, and the version. If you remember, it was A00, right? Select product plan for MAT. Yeah, this is it. And selected as active. And deselect invisible transfer. You have to deselect this one. This is really important. Deselect it. Okay. And then you select transfer now. When you select transfer now, you will be having this view. These are the production that will be produced. And you click on save. And you get back. You do this for the 3 items or for the 3 products that we are working on. Don't save anything. Do you want to save your data first? No. Just go back from here. No. Okay. You enter here. The product group number of the plant. Okay, and transfer now. Okay, here is it. You have the D1 106. When you click save, that this view will end and you will have another view with the XTR2 106 and you click save. You have the XTR3 106 and you click a third save. Okay, and when you finish, you just exit this and you are done with this step. Now to go to the sixth step, which is the review demand management. Here basically you will not be doing anything but only review. You go to logistics and you go to production. You do go to production planning, demand management, then planned independent requirements, which is here, And you want to display only, you don't want to change anything, right? We don't want for material group, no. This one will be just here. If you don't want to, just just type it down manually. I want to show it to you how to type it. pgdxtr106. You can remove this one, you don't want this. Okay, the plant is really important, and you click this one. This is the table. This is the three materials. These are the numbers that you already saved from the previous step. Okay, and these are the different quantities that to be produced. Okay, so this is only to show you the total number of the production. But if you want to see the details, you go to schedule lines. Okay, this is in terms of money. That's the money wise, the plant quantity and the value. Okay, and then you just click back, and you're done with the sixth step. Now you run the MPS with the MRP. You go to logistics, you go to production planning, MPS. Here you have to choose single item, multi-level, which is the first one, which is the first one. Double click on it. For the material number, enter the DXTR3106. DXTR3106. Remember to replace the 106 with your three numbers ending in the GBI username. The plant is always the same. Processing key in ETH, which is net change in total horizon. Okay. Select 2 for create or for purchase requisition in opening period. Where is it? 2. For SA delivery scheduled lines, you have to get 3, which is scheduled lines. 1 for MRP list. Planning mode is also 1, and the scheduling is also 1. Then you have to select display material list. Okay? And then what you're going to do here is to click enter. Please check input parameters. Now let us see why do we have such an error. The DXTR is correct. The plant is correct. Correct. 3111. Display. Please check the input. This is because maybe I have done this exercise before. So what I suggest is, but I will tell you what's going to appear in this exercise. You will be have a warning message to like input parameters, but anyway, you have to override it and just press OK. Okay. Now, to start the planning run, click on Continue and review the planning details from the list display. This is it. Okay, what is this? This is the materials plant, exceptions, which plant we have, the processing key, the one that we already saw now, and this is the rank list of materials with the highest CPU times in milliseconds. Okay, you go back, you don't need this anymore, and you move forward to the 8th step. Here you will check the stock requirement list. How to check that one? Again, you go to logistics, you go to production planning, MPS, evaluations, and then stock requirement list. Here's it. And then you click on the XTR3102. The plant is the same, and you click enter, and then here what you see on the screen is, let me just aggregate this one. Here's it. Okay, expand this. Okay, remember the stock available quantity is 161. The production for the 1st of November is 159. You need 161. So what you will have, the safety stock is 2. You need 2 more. Okay, and then the 161 will offset the total 161 that's needed here. Okay, and then this is the receipt. This is what will be available to sale here. This is the periods that we chose before. Then we go back to view the individual lines here. This is line by line. This is this is planned order. We did not produce it yet, as you can see. Okay, perfect. If you pressed this button, which is here, network requirement, let us view the details of the first planned order. Planned order, this is the first planned order, and you just click that one. This is the details. What is the material type, material name, the planned, when it will be produced, and the quantity. Now you go back and you're done with viewing it. And you're done with this step. Now we have to convert the planned order that we already planned based on the forecasting after we changed the product routing and the material master record into production order. So in order to do so, we go to logistics as we have seen here, and then you go to production, you go to MRP, materials requirement planning, then you go to valuations, then you go to stock requirement list. After that, you put in the material, and then you put the plant, and then you click on enter. In the additional data screen, click on product order. So how to do this? Here is it. Go to the second planned order. This is the first planned order. This is the second planned order. Okay. Go to production order here. Okay. Release carried out by the quantity that's mentioned here. Okay. You have to type this total quantity down, which is 176 for me, at least. Okay. And then you click back and you save. Okay, perfect. And then if you hit it refresh, the planned order would be production order. It would be PRD, not PLD. Now you see I have it as PLD, 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 PLD. But instead you will have it as production, PRD. If you go here, okay. If I want to produce it now, okay, I'll be doing save and produce. Here, order saved, order number. something like that. Okay, here, production, unplanned order. Okay. Now, the receiving goods in inventory, you see there are three things to be carried on in the inventory. You have to release, you have to carry it out, you have to ship it. Now we'll go through the receiving of goods or receive of goods. Go to logistics, materials management, sorry, logistics, materials management, inventory management, goods movement, goods receipt, other. Make sure that click on other and not other MIGO. I don't think you will have the MIGO next to the others because this is the the case study is an old version of this software. So in this software you only have the other, which will give you the screen enter other goods receipts initial screen. In the screen you have to put today as the document day and the posting day, both two. The movement type should be 561. If you don't want to search here, type it down. That's it. For the plant, DL00, and leave the storage location. Make sure this is blank. Okay. Now click on OK. In the enter other goods receipt new items, you have to enter all of the materials that are given in the case study, like TRWA 106 as my GPI user number, and you put the quantity and the storage location. I'll put one for you, which is the TRA. Here is it. The quantity that we need is 500. The storage location is SF00. And you do for all of the items, for all of the 10 items, and then you compare whatever you've written with the screen and you click save. Once you click save, you go back and return to the SAP to continue with the other step, which is issue goods to production. Go back from here, don't want to save anything. You have to go to logistics, production. Now we have to issue the goods to be produced. Shop floor control, goods movement, goods issue. And you'll have enter goods issue initial screen, which is here. You have to enter today is the document and the posting. Movement type is 261, which is consumption for order from warehouse. You don't have to search for it, just type it down. Okay, put it the plant and leave the storage location blank as well, as you just mentioned, and click to order. Here's it. Here you have to enter the order number that you get from the previous step. Okay. If you don't know it, this will be a problem. However, our order number is, I believe, 9. This is 20. Let me check it. Click enter. This, no, correct. Okay. I can find it. I think it's 7 or the number 9. Okay, let me get the order number. Okay. When you put your order number, which will be a number like let me find it. Okay, let me find it manually. Order number screen. Okay, here you go. production orders using the info system. This one, okay. Enter material DXTR 3106. Okay, click execute. Aha, here is it. This is the one. You see it, guys? Yeah, right? Okay. This is the order number. And then you click OK. That should give you another screen. I don't know why we have this error here. Here's it. Okay. Now this is the materials that we are going to need to produce the DXTR3106, which is the red deluxe touring bike for the username 106. Right? Okay. And then you click on Adopt Plus Details to find the units of the entry, the plan, the reservation, and the order number. Okay, and the movement type as well. Now in the overview screen, if you go back here, you want to copy this. Okay, enter storage location. What you have here is you need to enter the SAF itemized, new item, assembly, get back. Okay, here. Perfect, and you click OK. Here's the thing. Here you have to enter the storage location for every single item as shown in the picture in the case study. For example, the TRWA, the storage location is SF00, and for the list of all of them is RM00. And then you click on Adopt Plus Details, as I tried to do it here, but okay. But you should have different thing. When you click copy, you will be facing a window which tells you what is the pieces needed just in the goods issue overview. And then you click on save and you exit the window. Okay. Now you have to review the production status of the production order status. You go to logistics and you go to production, shop floor control, and then the order, and then we want to display. We don't want to change anything, just we go to display. Here we have to enter the order number. This is already saved now. Then you click on here. This is the summary. Okay, and if you want just like detailed information, you press on the I, and this is what you have done so far. So I have released, pre-costed, material committed, settlement rule created. See, all of them is pressed in here. And then you go back. If sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't work, you have to go back. And if you want to analyze it, you get to go to costs, you get to analyze. Sometimes it doesn't show, and and sometimes it does. Anyway, that's not really important. Just you go back and you are done with it. Okay, now you have to confirm your production completion, that you have completed the production. Again, you go to logistics, you go to production, you go to shop floor control, to confirmation because we want to confirm, and you go to enter. What do we want to confirm? For an order. You press the order number, which is not here, but we can't find it here. I know it, right? Remember the XTR? Yeah, yeah. This is the order number, and then you click in here. This is the order, right? Final confirmation. You have to press final confirmation and clear reservation. Okay. Enter the amount of bags that you support to produce for this order. Remember, that should be written down when I told you to write down or the total number. You have to type it down here. Okay. And then the execution start should be 1 hour earlier, whatever was written here. If that was 15:13, you have to make it 14:13, just 1 hour before. And then you click OK and save, and you exit it. Now you have to receive goods from the production. Now you released it and you want to receive it after you confirmed it. Again, logistics, production, shop flow control, goods movement, goods receipt. Here's it. Okay. Enter movement type, which is 101. Goods receipt for order to warehouse. 101. Here's it. See it? Double click on it. The production order, of course. How to find it again? Press on the search. Write the material number. Press execute and choose the order number. Yeah. Make sure the plant is correct. And the storage location, now we have a storage location, right? Because we are receiving, so where we'll be receiving that one, we'll be receiving in a specific storage location, which storage location? The storage location that is for the finished good, because this is a finished good, you already produced it, right? And you select the dot.details. This is the unit of entry as shown, or as you have entered it before, okay, which I've written down and enter it in the previous step as I told you, and now it will be already here. This is what you are receiving. Then you copy this information and you click on save. After you copy, you click on save, and you will be having production order number posted will be written here. It will be document 5 multiple zeros and then 2-digit number is posted. So you save that number, you record that material document number, you will need it later, and then you click on back. Now you are done with this step. There are only 2 steps left. So the first one is the review the cost assigned to this production order, just reviewing the cost. How do I do this? You go to logistics, you go to production, shop floor control, and you go to order, and then you go to display. Enter the production number, it's already entered for me, and you click OK. You go to costs, and you need analysis of this. As I told you, sometimes it doesn't show because I did that exercise a while ago, so that's why, because the date is already passed, it's not shown here. Okay, and then you click back. This is for only your view. Now you have to settle the cost of the production. You go to logistics, you have to go to production, shop floor control, you go to period and closing, you have to go to settlement and individual processing. Put the controlling area as N A00 and you click on OK. all the numbers already popped up. If not, you know how to search it with multiple times, so I'll not be wasting any more time on doing how to find it. And then you click on this one. Make sure that the current month here as the settlement period, you have to click, you have to put the current month. Like if we are in June, this is 006, in May 005, in November 011, and so forth. And the current year as the fiscal year, and make sure that test run is selected. So the settlement period, we are in November 2016, and we then press on execute. Click on click on final delivery not end for the order. It's not technically completed. Yes, because I have did it before, so cannot be redoing it now. Anyway, you will be fixing a detailed report of the actual plan and the variance. We actually we actually produce that thing, but we plan for that thing in terms of costs, of course, and how much is the variance. This is only for reporting purposes. You don't have anything to do here, but just to check it out just for yourself. And then you click on exit, you click on back, and now you are done with the production planning exercise within SAP. Good luck in doing this exercise and have a great day. Thank you.